Hi everybody, Epic Magster here. It's Wrestlemania weekend. Shout out to my brother who's actually down in Orlando. He's been sending me photos nonstop and it's just really cool that he's meeting everybody, and I eventually want to go to Wrestlemania one year. This is going to be kind of like a predictions video, just opinion on matches and who I want to win and everything. Rob with me because since we both watch wrestling, I've been watching wrestling since probably early middle school.
So what year would that be about?
2001. No, maybe 2002.
Okay, so I've got a little bit more than you. I've been watching mostly the past 20 years.
So it's very entertaining now, but I'm excited because WrestleMania is always fun to watch. I'm going to go through the matches and I'm going to say who I want to win and just give a brief opinion on it, and you can make predictions if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
There are two matches for the kickoff. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship match with Neville, who's current champion, versus Austin Aries. I tend to root for the faces, so I'm automatically going to go with Austin Aries, even though I wouldn't be surprised if they keep the belt on Neville, but I want Austin Aries to win.
Yeah, this one's kind of a toss-up. Either way, the feud's going to continue past WrestleMania. If Neville wins, I see it hard for them keeping the feud going as keeping momentum for Aries. So I'll say likely Aries with a rematch at the next pay-per-view.
So we are both going with Austin Aries. The second match on the kickoff, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, featuring Big Show, Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Apollo Crews, Mojo Rawley, and more superstars, so I don't even know who the rest are.
Other big names include Dolph Ziggler, the Usos, American Alpha, so there's no Smackdown tag team title match on WrestleMania, a bit of a disappointment there. It's a lot of tag teams from Smackdown, really. There's only a few big notable names that have a chance of winning this, though.
Oh, I was really confused because you were talking about SmackDown, and I'm just like, why is Sami Zayn in this match? He's on Raw. But actually, he is my pick, so I want Sami Zayn to win.
Zayn's a pretty good choice. Likely going to be Strowman. If not Strowman, it will be Sami Zayn, but I believe it'll be Strowman.
I want Sami to win. That's all I want to say.
Baron Corbin won last year, and he's gotten a pretty big momentum boost throughout the year, and now he's in the match later on for WrestleMania. So
I go with Sami Zayn.
Braun Strowman.
On to the main card, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship Triple Threat Ladder Match. Current champion Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson against Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm going to go with Enzo Amore and Big Cass.
The match really needed a stipulation because just seeing these three teams in a triple threat match would have been very boring. Enzo Amore is going to be flying around the ring, be a victim, being tossed around by everybody else. Enzo and Cass would be the sentimental favorites and would be a good story. Knowing WWE how they like to do things, though, I don't think they're going to win at WrestleMania. I think they'll keep the belts on the club, and then Enzo and Cass will probably win maybe Raw tomorrow night, maybe the week after. I'm going to say the club here, but Enzo and Cass will get the belts within a month.
Cesaro and Sheamus, they had a good run with the belt. I do like their little tag team that they have going on. So I'm going with Enzo Amore and Big Cass.
Yeah, I think club's going to retain, but I would not be surprised if Enzo and Cass do win tonight.
We have the SmackDown Women's Championship match. The champion is Alexa Bliss, and she is to defend her belt against any SmackDown Live women's superstars that are currently available.
Any woman on the SmackDown roster that is not already in a match. At the moment, there's only Nikki Bella who is in a match of her own.
We have Carmella.
You have Carmella, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Mickie James, and Alexa Bliss defending.
Naomi returned this past Tuesday. I would love to see the belt back on her.
She won it at the Elimination Chamber, I believe.
Yeah, and then she got an injury.
I believe her winning will be the good feel-good story. I don't believe these are the announced participants, but I believe we'll see at least one more surprise show up. But it will not be Asuka.
Just like kind of a background. When it comes to pay-per-views, I tend to avoid anything rumor or spoilers online because I like being surprised by things and everything.
Also, a side note with the Raw Tag Team titles, the fans are losing their minds with the Hardys. It is heavily rumored. Everybody wants it.
That would be an interesting twist. But moving on.
I see what you did there.
Twist?
A fate.
Again, with the women's, I'm going with Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi.
Cool. We have the Intercontinental Championship match. Champion is Dean Ambrose, and he is going against Baron Corbin. You know my answer. He's on my shirt.
Well, yeah, that's obvious. The match really kind of fell off in the past couple of weeks in terms of the build-up. Not being on SmackDown at all last week really hurt. I honestly feel there should have been some sort of stipulation for this. Maybe no disqualification, even though they do have a...
No use of forklifts.
Yeah, that could have... I mean, they brought it in, it featured heavily, and then they didn't do anything with it. Baron Corbin's going to win this match. He's going to get the title. Dean Ambrose hasn't really done anything with it. He kind of hasn't done anything since he lost the WWE title, and he's just kind of floating right now. But Corbin's on the rise. He's going to get the title.
I'm going with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, you disagree, and that's perfectly fine.
I'm totally disagreeing. Sorry, I really like Dean Ambrose. He's always been a favorite.
He's very entertaining, but I don't think he's going to have the title. So.
Yeah, so Dean Ambrose is my choice.
I told you my choice. It's Baron Corbin. Sorry, I'm distracted by a cat. Gotta keep an eye on her.
No, cute. Next, we have the United States Championship match. Our champion is Chris Jericho, and he's going against his ex-best friend Kevin Owens. I'm rooting for Jericho. That's my choice. Honestly, seeing how Jericho is with his band and everything, I think Kevin Owens is going to get it. But I'm leaning towards Jericho.
It's an interesting dynamic with him. Everybody knows he's going back to Fozzy. He's stated it. However, as much as it's so obvious that Kevin Owens is going to win, I don't think he's going to. I think Jericho's going to retain, and then he'll drop the belt to him next month. Because how everything's built up, Jericho doesn't have any momentum right now. He was the one that kind of was laying on his back at the past couple of Raws. Probably going to get the momentum back, get the win, and he'll drop the belt to Owens before he leaves, but not at WrestleMania.
So, Chris Jericho is my point.
Yeah, same here.
We have the Raw's Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way Elimination match. Our championship is Bayley. She's going against Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. One of those women is not like the other. Well, actually, they're all NXT.
They're all former NXT.
Well, former NXT. I just feel like Nia Jax is kind of the odd woman out, in a way.
Well, she certainly stands out in the crowd. Much larger than your usual diva or women wrestler.
First time I saw her wrestle, I was like, oh.
She's very talented. I think she'll wind up with the belt eventually, but I don't think she's gonna get it tonight.
I'm going for Bayley.
I honestly thought that they would give Bayley her first title run and break Charlotte's undefeated streak at WrestleMania in a one-on-one match, but they obviously didn't do that.
They did that on Raw, right? I believe so.
Yes, that was on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Bayley retain. I think she deserves a nice long reign with the belt, but they haven't booked her very well. It looks like it might be Sasha with a possible heel turn. I'm going to lean slightly towards Sasha. If not Sasha, it'll be Bayley.
Go Bayley. We have our SmackDown Live commissioner versus the Phenomenal One. Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. I'm actually going with AJ Styles on this one.
It's a really contrasting styles. They really put an emphasis on the fact that this is a traditional wrestling match, which is not what Shane McMahon is used to. He's used to jumping off of high things, falling off of high things, doing anything he can to prove himself for his father's company.
I'm pretty sure he's going to find some way to jump off of something. It's a standard match, right?
Yes, it is a traditional, regular old wrestling match.
He's going to go to the top of the stage.
He will likely do an announcer table spot at the very least. However, being a commissioner, he could technically change the match in the middle of the match. It's happened before with Eric Bischoff being a GM of Raw and being in the middle of the match and change it to whatever he so pleases. It's going to be AJ Styles winning this match, and it's not going to be hard to see. Shane McMahon will put up a good fight. He'll be entertaining, but he's not going to win. He's a 40-some-year-old man. He's a commissioner, and he's not going to go over the best wrestler in the company.
So, AJ Styles.
If Shane wins, there'll be a riot.
We have the non-sanctioned match, Seth Rollins versus Triple H. I am going with Seth Rollins all the way. Just like the build up to the match has just been crazy, especially with Seth Rollins getting injured by Samoa Joe, which that was really, really a close call with him almost missing this WrestleMania.
This has had one of the best build-ups out of any of the matches. It's gone on for ages. As much as it kind of started off oddly at first with Triple H just kind of screwing over Rollins and then not explaining anything, it's come back a bit. How the match is going into, I get a feel of SummerSlam 2002 between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. This will not be as violent or as bloody. That match was an absolute car wreck, but it was amazing. I believe we're going to see some run-ins in here. Mick Foley's been rumored, but I don't think so. I think we're going to see Samoa Joe interfere on Triple H's behalf, but Finn Balor to counter Samoa Joe, which will lead into a future rivalry, and Seth Rollins to get the win here.
Sorry, I got excited when you said Finn Balor, but I'm going with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is going to get this one. Triple H, at this point in time of his career, is in the business of putting people over, not going over himself. And he's mentioned he wants to kind of wind down the in-ring career a bit more, so I'm definitely going with Seth Rollins.
All right, power couples collide. We have John Cena and Nikki Bella versus Miz and Maurice. If you haven't been watching SmackDown, the build-up to this match and this feud has just been crazy over the top. It's actually gotten me hooked, especially this last Tuesday SmackDown. I have no words for what John Cena had to say to The Miz. Definitely hit a lot of strong points. It was just very entertaining overall.
It's kind of hard to remember back through. That's actually been a lengthy build of WrestleMania, but it hasn't always been the best.
I think it was just more of like attacking John Cena's personal life and everything.
Yeah, it came with something like that. I don't remember how it started that either. But yeah, it's actually been one of the best written feuds going into it. John Cena and The Miz are two of the best talkers on the mic right now. Maurice is pretty good as well. Nikki is the weak link there. It's not surprising that you're into this feud, into this as much as you are, considering it's bringing a lot of the aspects of Total Divas and Total Bellas into play.
Which I have actually watched it. I just happened to watch Total Divas when I had the flu because I had nothing else to do and I was stuck in bed for a bunch of days. So I marathon through most of it, which I do need to catch up on. I am going to go with John Cena and Nikki Bella.
John Cena and Nikki, they're going to win. I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as everybody thinks. Miz and Maurice will get some offense in. Maurice was talented when she was wrestling. That was several years ago. That'll probably be the main point of the match, is having a lot of Maurice over Nikki in terms of the match.
She wrestles?
Yes. She was a wrestler before she came back.
That's new to me.
I believe she's a former Divas champion as well. Yeah, she was a wrestler, and then she left the company for a while, got married to Miz, and then she was brought back to be his valet, and I'm not surprised they're doing wrestling spots with her. Yeah, it'll be Cena will get the hot tag and clean house, and it'll be a double finisher, either a double submission or a double pinfall, however they want to do it. The big question is, obviously, a lot of the personal stuff being brought into it is John Cena going to propose? That is heavily rumored and very likely at this point in time.
Yay, happiness.
Cena and Nikki with a proposal, and a yes. So.
The Phenom versus the Big Dog. Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. At this point, honestly, I was a Roman Reigns fan, and then it just came to the point where it's just like, I'm pretty sure in everyone else's opinion, it's just, he's gotten really boring. And to put him up against the Undertaker, it's just like, I feel like the Undertaker probably could have had a match with somebody else, but then again, he is getting old. But with his streak and WrestleMania, I'm going with the Undertaker.
Well, the streak's been over.
Well, yeah, because of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, ever since WrestleMania 30, it's been questioned as to whether or not if he'll make another WrestleMania. This one is very in doubt. The build-up for this has been kind of lacking. Roman's been built very strongly. I honestly don't think this match is going to go very long, and I do not see the Undertaker winning this one. It's going to be Roman Reigns. I would like to see the Undertaker win, but I believe it'll be Roman Reigns. They're building the heel turn for this. It better pay to fruition, because if Roman Reigns goes back to being the stupidly powerful face again, it's going to cause even more revolt against him.
I want the Undertaker to win. I'm Reigns.
If his health was more certain, I would like to see them do an angle where Roman turns heel, either loses the match via disqualification or just loses the match, and then assaults the Undertaker and takes him out, and then they have a rematch next year. But I don't think the Undertaker's health is concrete enough to be able to do that.
He's gonna retire eventually, and I think Undertaker would probably, if he had to retire, he would probably do it at like WrestleMania.
Yeah, but he's also said in the past that he doesn't want to make a big deal about it. So we'll see how it happens. But Roman Reigns is gonna win this one, I believe.
Last but not least, not yet. Two more. We have the Universal Championship match. Championship is Goldberg, and he's going against Brock Lesnar. Usually when there's like any sort of sporting event where there's two people that I don't like, my constant wish is that they both spontaneously combust and no one wins. But
that happened at WrestleMania 20.
Who?
They spontaneously combusted in a car crash of a match that was considered one of the worst of WrestleMania history.
Oh right, yeah,
yeah. The issue with that is everybody knew they were both leaving. The less said about that match, the better.
If I had to choose one, it would be Goldberg, but I think everyone kind of knows the result that Brock Lesnar is going to take it.
This match is, the only toss-up is, are they going to have over under 5 moves combined?
Actually, my main thing is that I hope this match is more than a minute and a half. That's my big thing.
There were rumors that this might close out the show. There was going to be the main event, and they added the title to it to make the match mean something more. The belt doesn't really mean anything, honestly, at this point in time. It'll likely be Lesnar winning the belt, getting the win back over Goldberg. He's lost 2 previously to him. He got punked in the Rumble. He lost back at WrestleMania 20. He lost at Survivor Series last year. He's confirmed to be around for a little bit longer. He's also younger by about 10 years. There's rumors Goldberg has agreed to do more dates, but there's no guarantee of that. So he could win, but it's highly unlikely. So I believe it's going to be Lesnar.
Well, yeah, moving on.
The less said about the match, the better. It's going to be a disaster.
Yes. Now we are last but not least. We have our WWE Championship match. Our champion is Bray Wyatt, and he's going against Randy Orton. No. I put down Randy Orton, but I'm like, for me, this one is actually either or. But if I had to choose one, I would probably go with Bray Wyatt? Question mark?
You flip-flopping now?
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt deserves to have a longer run. He's one of the best workers in the company. He's been so for a long time, very underrated. Randy Orton has been doing some of his best work in years with his work with the Wyatt family. He feels reinvigorated, which is very good to see. He's very bland, very boring as a traditional white meat babyface. His belief that Randy is going to go over and win, feel like Bray Wyatt should win, but I don't think they'll do that. So unfortunately, I think they're going to give it to Orton.
I kind of want Bray Wyatt, because I feel like they could still do a lot more with him.
Yeah, this is going to be another situation where the feud will continue. Very few feuds will actually end this year at WrestleMania.
Those are our predictions. Hopefully, I hope it's all in all a really good show. I'm excited for a lot of the matches.
Yeah, 13 matches.
Hopefully, a couple surprises. I don't know what's going on.
It's going to take forever, honestly. They always did. Last year was over 5 hours, and then it was a train wreck. Last year's show was derailed so much because of injuries and lack of interest in the main event.
So those are our predictions. Thank you guys for watching. We'll probably do a discussion video when the pay-per-view is over, but it will be up later this week. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Rob, for giving me some support and opinions on matches.
No problem.
He has more of a better knowledge than I do. Until next time, peace.